Hola y bienvenido a Wojo's Wisdom. What's up? We're at part 3. We've had some great information so far. We've talked about DC training, diet a little bit, cardio, balancing bodybuilding with real life, knowing your limitations and being realistic. We've talked about all kinds of great stuff. So let's continue it. We're in part 3 now. This time, and we're going to start off talking about supplements. Okay, now I am sponsored by True Protein as a disclosure, a full disclosure, and most of the products I take are from True Protein. And to be 100% honest, and those of you who know me know I would not lie about this, and my name, my reputation means a lot to me. I think True Protein makes incredible supplements, straight up, honest truth. I do think there are some other great companies out there as well, but you know, I am particular to True Protein. So what do I take? I think we all know, obviously I think every bodybuilder takes a protein. I use whey protein. I'm actually experimenting now with a new product by True Protein that's a bovine protein, which is supposed to have a favorable amino acid ratio. I just got some of that. I'll let you know how that works out. I also I take a whey protein. I prefer a isolate over concentrate because I believe, you know, for one, it agrees with my stomach a lot better, and I think it's a higher quality. So I would go with an isolate if I were you. Whether it's an ion exchange or cold filtration or microfiltration, you can do the research on it. I'm not sure you know, what your needs are, so you might want to look into that a little further. There are subtle differences between different isolation techniques. Whey protein is a given. What else do I take? In the off season, I will take flaxseed. Actually, no. Off-season and pre-season and contest, I take flaxseed oil all time, probably 1 or 2 tablespoons a day. That is not True Protein. That's just general whole foods. What else do I take? I take a pre-workout supplement, even regardless if it's pre-contest or off-season. Right now, I'm using Buzzsaw by True Protein, which I like a lot. If I am getting really close to a contest and I want to get rid of some carbs that are in the Buzzsaw, I will take their BCAA Blast product that I like. I also want to say that my daughter saw the Buzzsaw label, and when she was first ordering, she heard me say Buzzsaw. She's like, "Bug sauce? You're taking bug sauce?" So Dante got a kick out of that one, but it's a good product. I take green tea extract right now. That's my fat burner. I used to take caffeine, ephedrine, aspirin before that. The ephedrine is pulled from the shelf. So now I'm taking green tea extract. I'll take that 2 or 3 times a day. That's also True Protein. Waxy maize in the off season. I don't take that pre-contest because I'm trying to get rid of those extra carbs. And that's really about it. I don't think you need a whole lot of supplements these days. You know, creatine's always a given, and that's formulated into a lot of these other products these days anyway, so you don't really necessarily need to take just a creatine supplement anymore. And that's about it. I mean, there's really nothing else I take. Of course, you know, some general vitamin C and a multi. I think that's about it. Sorry, that's not too exciting, I know, but it's truth. Okay, next, and this is a question, the questionnaire, I guess, the questioner, requested to remain anonymous, and it's a sensitive subject, and I guess it was only a matter of time before we got to it, and that is the topic of steroids in sports and steroids in bodybuilding. Basically, they asked what I thought about it, and I'll say this right off the bat. You all know steroids are controlled substances. They are illegal, and I want to urge you to be aware of that if you use steroids, you are liable for legal consequences. If you're interested in how these were actually made controlled substances, I think you should look into it. Look at Rick Collins' book, Anabolics in America, I believe it's called. Excellent book. Talks about the political agenda, I guess you could say, that resulted in anabolics being classified as controlled substances. So, with that being said, what do I think about steroids and bodybuilding? I think that, first let me say that I'm the kind of thinker that believes in autonomy, okay? For instance, if someone wants to do anything, they should be able to do it as long as it doesn't affect anyone else, okay? If it's only affecting them, I believe that person has the right to do whatever they want to their body. If you're going to use steroids, compete against other people that are using steroids. Do not be one of these competitors who is on stuff competing in these national organizations, because that really rubs me the wrong way. There's absolutely nothing admirable about that. I think it's despicable, quite honestly. On the other hand, if you are a natural athlete, do not throw it in the faces of everybody and proclaim yourself to be, don't throw it in people's faces. Get off your high horse. That's fantastic that you're natural. You have my absolute respect, but there's no need for you to share that with everybody and make excuses. It almost comes off like an excuse to me when people do that. Like they're trying to make excuses for their lack of progress or whatever, which is completely ridiculous, because I know natural athletes that make better progress than people that use steroids. So whatever you do, that's your choice, but it's really no one's business. So that's my stance on steroids versus natural bodybuilding. Okay, let's do one more question. And here's one from Kanuki 10 off Intense Muscle. What do you feel is one of your strong points in bodybuilding? And I think he's referring to here, he says, a body part that perhaps grew like a weed, or I was always strong at X, Y, or Z, or this movement. What are some of the trouble spots you've had to overcome? So, I would have to say, for me, things that grew relatively easy were probably chest, traps, and shoulders. I don't do traps anymore because I don't have a I have a narrow frame. I don't have a wide frame. I don't have these wide shoulders that, I'm so envious when I see guys that are like this wide. I just don't have that, okay, structurally. So I don't do traps anymore, except, I hit them indirectly through deadlifts and stuff, but my traps always grew very quickly. Chest, same thing, and my shoulders have come up a lot since I've really, I think I pretty much mastered heavy lateral raises, which have contributed a lot to my shoulders. Body parts that I've had to work on a lot: quads, back. My arms never responded particularly well. Calves. Oh, I could go on about calves. Those are all things that I've had to really, really work on. And everybody has that kind of balance. Not many people have everything grow really well, or not many people have nothing grows really well. Okay, everybody has their kind of body parts that work real well and other ones that don't, in terms of how fast they grow. And that's, as a bodybuilder, your goal is to make everything grow at the same rate and have that symmetry. So that's something you need to accomplish. So that's where I came from. I think we're actually out of time already, so we're going to wrap things up, and we'll see you next time.